Meatball Submarine sandwich. Look at that. Mamma mia, this is gonna be a good one. Let's go over ingredients real quick. We have garlic, Italian breadcrumbs, fresh shaved parmesan, mozzarella. I have a mixed dry herb of Italian seasoning, marinara, 1 pound ground pork, 1 pound ground beef, and a secret. I use a little bit of chorizo on my meatballs. Basil from the garden, oregano. Now I'm using baguette bread. The reason why I'm using baguette bread is because it has a nice shell on it. It's not gonna get soggy with all the extra sauce that we're gonna put on this because we're gonna make it nice and saucy. The first thing you wanna do is get your pot, get a small pot. We're gonna dump our sauce in there and we're just gonna warm this up. So just keep it on low temperature with the lid on and just warm it up. Also turn your oven on 350 degrees, get that warmed up. So go ahead, turn on cast iron pan. I'm using cast iron because I want to get that nice color on my meatballs. So go ahead, heat that up. Now what we're going to do, I don't use all this chorizo for what I have here for the ratios. I'm only going to use about 1/4 of this. We're going to place this inside the bowl and then I'm going to place the rest of my ingredients in there. I have my fresh herbs nicely chopped. We're going to add that to the bowl, and those fresh herbs and the dry is going to bring out a lot of flavor. You're going to get a lot of aromatic from those fresh herbs. Alright, so fresh herbs in. We'll put like a tablespoon of garlic inside. I'll do 2. We're gonna put some of that Parmesan cheese in there. The Italian breadcrumbs are gonna act as a binder. I'm not gonna use egg, I'm just gonna use Italian breadcrumbs. Put all that in there. Dry herbs, a couple pinches, salt, pepper to taste, and then that cast iron pan is nice and hot right now. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna mix this all up, and then we're gonna put a piece in the cast iron pan. Taste it first. If we need to add more seasoning, we can add more seasoning. So we'll take a little piece out, put it in the cast iron pan. We're gonna taste test it. Okay, so I got my little piece right here. We're gonna go ahead and place it in the pan. We're just gonna get that cooked, and I wanna taste it. I still have all my raw ingredients in the bowl, so if I need to adjust my seasoning, I can at this point. Actually, it's perfect, so I don't have to add any more salt or pepper. All right, so I have a 1/4 cup measuring cup, and I'm gonna use that to measure out my meatballs. Now I'm not gonna go crazy and make huge meatballs because I want it to fit in the sandwich. So take your 1/4 cup and start making your meatballs. We're just gonna roll these out. So now we're gonna sear our meatballs. It's very important to sear your meatballs, get that nice crust, that nice Maillard reaction. That's where you get all your flavor from. So you sear them first and then you finish them in the oven. So that's what we're gonna do. High heat, just searing. Try to get all sides if you can, at least 2. So you see we got that nice color on the outside. Now we're gonna go ahead and place them in the oven. And if you notice, I left some nice even space between them. That way the air in the oven can pass through and cook these evenly. So it's important to space them out nice and even. So with the size of these, we're gonna go 12 minutes. I got it at 350, we're gonna go 12 minutes and check them, but 12 minutes should be good. We're gonna prep our bread while our meatballs are going. I have a serrated knife. You wanna use a serrated knife, cuts through the bread a lot easier. So we're gonna just cut, it's however to your liking. I'm gonna go about this big. That should be plenty. And then we're gonna slice this down, but don't slice it all the way through. Just slice it halfway down. We're gonna open it up and we're gonna stuff it all. I like it cheesy and I like it saucy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that mozzarella and we're gonna put it all in the bottom of the sandwich. It's gonna add some extra cheesiness. I went about 8 minutes, so roughly about 8 to 10 minutes, but these look like they're done. I'm gonna show you a really awesome trick. Take a fork, we're gonna go on the side, stab it through, hold it for 1 second, touch it to your lip. If it's hot on your lip, they're ready. And I know what you're thinking. This guy is crazy. If you don't believe me, check it out. Ready? Now, let's build our meatball sub. Place our meatballs in our preheated sauce. We're gonna build our sandwich. So let those marry with each other, get to know each other. And then if your meatballs are too big, you can cut them in half to make them fit in the sandwich better. But now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna place them in our sandwich. Put like 3 on here. We're gonna hit it with some sauce. Then we're gonna finish it with some Parmesan cheese, and we're gonna put it back in the oven just until the cheese is melted and the bread is nice and crispy. And there it is, meatball sub sandwich. Sexy. Are Are you crooked right there?
Yes.